when you're working with a dog with a lot of fear and phobias is it doesn't always feel rational. This guy has an intense fear of sprinklers. Check out our tail position. In the distance, I can't even hear it. I can see the sprinkler and he's hit the brakes. So now he needs some time to recover before he'll agree to walk on with me. All he wants to do is go back to the car. So all behaviors have these four proximate functions of attention, access, escape, and sensory. What I need this guy to be able to do is feel like he can escape, but maybe that he doesn't have to. So we need space and time to process this. Unfortunately, the world keeps throwing more stimulus at us, which is making it difficult. Come on, Ray. Let's go, bud. Something I try to do with all these scared dogs is give them choices. So I use a lot of long lines. And usually if he can move away from the trigger on his own, he does really well. Good boy. And this is a really hard thing when you're working with scared dogs. All he wants to do is go dive back into the car. I don't want to let him do that, but I'd like him to be able to process. A lot of these dogs can't think, so training is kind of futile. If you think they're being stubborn or they're making choices, they're just not. They're not thinking dogs. Good boy. And what I'm looking for is body language change. So that tail to come out, that breathing to resume, which he's just started doing. He was holding his breath before, like closed mouth. You see it close there. And most importantly would be body movement and shaking his body off like he was soaking wet. So whatever it is that's tripping him up, I need him to have time and space and usually some form of sensory dampening. If you have a dog like this and they can't think, that's when you might need to consider working with a veterinary behaviorist or a veterinarian that's very skilled in behavior medications. Not to say that there's a pill for every ill, but this dog can't think right now. Good boy. And what I need is him to be able to recover from minor stress events so that he can move on with his day. Some dogs need up to 48 hours after a stress event. You can just see the sprinkler in the distance there. That's really tripped him up. And I purposefully went this direction because I thought there was too much stimulus the other way. So you don't always know what's gonna get you. Oh, poor Ray. Oh, Ray. And hopefully we'll move forward here. He's working on it. He's breathing, he's thinking. I'm just gonna give him some time. Take the pressure off. And when he's ready, we're gonna keep walking. You gotta be patient with these guys. Fears and phobias is a real deal. You can't rush it. And we're cruising again. Tail's coming out. Thinking dog resume. Come on, Ray. This way. Biggest goals are just giving him more options. Just going slow. Bad Ray. So we just went in a new environment. It was a pet shop. He sniffed around. Some of the food came out and he just shook his whole body up, which is huge. That's what I'm looking for, actually. This shaking of the body is how the dog's trying to regulate all that stress hormone that's building up. Come on, Ray. This way, bud. So a big thing to watch for is after you leave complex environments, if they shake off and return to normal body posture. So his tail is hanging low, but it's not tucked anymore. He's breathing. You can see his mouth open, loose movement, and he's not doing that panicky kind of run stuff he was doing when he was a little overwhelmed from all the stimulus.